renamed the party to this morning?
Oh yeah. At first, I thought Justin did that,
Nah,
and then
that was-
I looked at all the progress and all that stuff. Because here's the thing. I was going to change the name, and then I guess I decided not to, or something like that, or just like stop. But next thing you know, I was like, did Justin do that? And then I looked, and then I saw that the only one that's changed the name like last was Taylor. So I was talking about, and I was like, Pat, Taylor done changed the party name.
I forget what it was beforehand, but I was, yeah, I forgot what the name was beforehand, but I saw the name before the one I made. I was like, I got it. I got something in mind.
I was like, wow. He was like, Taylor did that?
Alright.
Oh, also, there's a double XP event going on in COD.
I came here several times with my
Makes
father
sense,
when I was little.
since they just reviewed it in Modern
But
Warfare
stopped
3.
eating here as often after growing
Yep,
up.
yep.
I hope the food here will be to your taste.
Ooh,
Oh,
excuse
don't
me.
worry.
Damn.
We haven't eaten at a hotel like this in
I
a
just like how
while.
they're doing a zombies mode in that thing, and it's gonna be like a big one. You can team up with other squads. Think of like open world zombies, but open world zombies is good. I like
Oh,
that.
in that case, I'll go order for us first.
And then you
Please
got
wait here a
Descendants with the beta coming out in September and stuff. That's gonna be nice.
Ooh, everything looks so good.
Oh my gosh, Master Yi in this game. Oh my
Why
gosh,
can't I
she's
say
a
it like that?
bad D.
What?
Made me want to act up.
What?
Why,
I
of
forgot.
course.
Her
Go
name is
ahead,
Master
try
Yi,
whatever
man.
you
She about
like.
to get this
If the
Master
food's
Dick.
good, I'll make a group reservation for the rest of Spina di Rosula next time.
And if it's not?
Well, then I'll still bring everyone. Albeit with only one dish per table.
You, sure have your own way of doing things. Oh, we called this a farewell meal, but we could also treat it like a victory feast, right? We did just win that case after all.
Oh, true. Very true. In that case, boss, we'll have another 2 dishes.
Huh? Paimon didn't mean that you had to order even more food.
She just fucking stacked with money, bro.
Speaking of cases, do you think that the mastermind behind the serial disappearances will get caught soon now that this has all happened?
Well, we've certainly taken a big step forward, but I feel that's about it. We know that there's an organization that means to dissolve these young women, but we still don't know what they are really after.
If it hadn't happened right in front of us, Paimon wouldn't have ever believed that a person could be dissolved like that.
Right?
Why is she just rising up in the air in the camera? Look at the tits.
Rise
that
when
the
I tell-
investigation could never really move forward.
Rise!
Ugh,
Release me.
if only that guy could have finished speaking.
Look at her. Nice black hair, with them red eyes,
My
with
mom,
the
but
nice.
she clearly don't understand how this type of thing's supposed to work. They always
In
die
such
right before they say
investigations,
important stuff.
even the smallest step can seem like a yawning chasm if the trail of clues is cut off.
Oh, hold
To
on,
be
hold on. I
honest,
gotta get this screenshot
I
right here.
don't
Move,
have high
screenshot,
hopes
save.
for any follow-up
Move.
that the authorities might conduct. It's not that I don't have faith in their ability. It's just that a different perspective is required in some matters. It's easy to guard against and deceive a single narrow perspective. A shift in thinking is required at such times in order to produce a breakthrough. Which is exactly why the Spina di Rosula exists. Those highfalutin folk are not all-knowing. That's why we exist. To seep into the cracks where filth falls through. Where their watch fails them. That's the kind of problems we solve.
Seems Paimon thought things were
Hey.
simpler than they actually are.
It's alright. Well, this was supposed to be a farewell meal, so I doubt you have further interest in this business, right? Let's talk about something else. Like, what are your future plans?
That's true. We didn't have a chance to speak to her after the trial ended. It didn't really seem like the right time or place to do it anyway.
I see. So, your primary objective, which has been foiled so far, was to have a chat with the Hydro Archon.
Here, Taylor,
I've
you
heard
ready?
that there's a
Look
long
in the
line of
party
people
real quick,
waiting
cause
to
I'm
meet
about to,
Lady
I'm about to, I'm
Farina.
about to show you something.
I suspect you'll be waiting for quite a while, considering that you missed your chance today.
I'm gonna give you a bit of a taste what we got to show in this game, man. I'm about to show you. I'm about to show you Yulan. I'm about to show you Master Yu. I'm about to show you Fiona. First, I'm gonna show Fiona.
You're talking about in Tower of Fantasy?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, for a second.
These Genshin games
why is
just
there,
be.
Why is there a character named Yulan in there? That's literally the character I'm trying to pull for in Genshin.
So what you see
perhaps
is
even
that.
methods of, let's say.
Let me know if you want a better angle. I took a bunch of Yulan and Master Yu. Master Yu is the girl with the red eyes with the long black hair. And Yulan is the one with the blue bow
You
tie.
send me on my phone?
What did you have in mind?
I set them in the thing on PlayStation. The first one at the top is Fiona. Oh, goodness gracious.
Let me see. Because they didn't pop up. I don't think many notifications pop up.
But look at Master Yu with her long black hair and red eyes. Remind me of your.
Let's see.
About to get this ding ding for real.
Alright, so you said Master Yu's the one with the black hair?
Yeah, with red eyes.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yulan is the one next to her with the blue eyes. With the black hair. The one at the top that you see is Fiona. I want her weapon so bad because that water weapon would just go fucking crazy. I'm telling you, and that's only a little bit, Taylor. I mean, Master Yu is probably who I put at the top right now. Obviously, her and Fiona, because first of all, Fiona's like her moveset with her like water weapons like daggers and all that stuff is just very clean. I haven't even seen Master Yu's stuff yet, but she just look at her, bro. She look like
would agree in order to finish watching the play, don't you think?
Could you suggest something?
And Taylor, what if I told you? That's not even close to all the girls that I've seen in this game. And how many baddies there are.
Alright, here's another.
I'm telling you, man, they just be left and right.
Under her bed. Then wake her up in the dead of night and demand answers. Don't
let her
go back to sleep until she answers all your questions.
What's her name? Lynn? Lynn is like, if I had to choose a girl, like if you could choose someone to be with in this game, Lynn would have to be the one to choose. The reason I say that, though, is because she's just dope. She's basically with you almost the whole story. Not like actually helping you, but like cutscene wise, she's basically there. Fiona's just stuff is amazing. She's basically helping us a lot with stuff. Candle Drop? Her shit is dope. Her green hair with red eyes. Just amazing. She got those mech arms.
You could. Oh, I don't know. Cut the line when she's on a break.
But honestly, it's nice to see how, like, nothing against the characters at the beginning of Genshin, but it's nice to see how they've slowly improved or like added more to the detail of their
characters and detail.
Yeah. That's because, like, if you look at pretty much all the characters now, they have some type of like little special animation after almost each of their like combos and shit.
You did defeat her in court.
Oh my god. Rubelia is just freaking off. Like, I'm gonna take a screenshot because obviously she's in this cutscene. Hopefully if I get another cutscene I'll show you, but for now you're just gonna have to look at this. Actually, I can't even use that one. I have to switch it because that's not how she looks right now. She used to have short hair, now she has long hair. Just goddess.
Paimon, did you drink my Fontaine?
You want to see some girls that look like kids but are actually older? Some, what do they call it, lollies?
No, I know you ain't talking about fucking lollies.
Oh, I am. Yeah, that really gets your heart moving, don't it?
We're just about done here.
Alright. Honestly, Paimon wouldn't recommend Fonta anyway. It tastes kind of salty and icky.
Is that so? Huh.
Land's weapon. Wait.
Here, then. If we're all finished eating,
Lynn's, yeah, Lynn. Lynn's freaking like, I would choose her as the girl that I would get with in this game. She's just fucking amazing. Let me show that girl real quick. I'll just have to show this because I didn't click on one with like a cutscene with her. So I'll just have to do this.
Paimon can barely float anymore. Nah, that would be so normal. You know, like you.
So Paimon has the ability to fucking walk.
We have a Paimon up in this game. Hold on. Let me show you that too. Let me show you our Paimon in this game.
Yeah, I saw when I did like the very beginning, but that was about it.
That robot thing, yeah.
Yeah.
That's our Paimon.
Okay. As for expenses this month, we're left with...
Hey, Nadia! What are you doing over there?
Oh, nothing. It was just a meal, you know? Nothing the Spina di Rosula can't cover.
But there's a lot. I haven't even got to the half of it of like all the girls up here, like Samir, this one captain. So you know how Taylor we was talking about those girls that be wearing those like what's it called, like communist hats or whatever? Is that what they're called?
Communist. I know what you mean. The like fluffy ones or whatever.
No, not even the fluffy ones. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna
Communist
take.
hats.
Okay, you remember Camila Kill, right?
Well,
You remember
Yeah.
One Ice Girl and all that stuff? How she used to wear that hat?
Yeah.
Spina di Rosula.
Yes, I'm
I'll
talking
give
like
your
hats like that.
request the
I don't know
highest
what it
priority.
is with characters, like women characters that wear those hats.
In
It
any
does
case,
something to me.
I wish you smooth sailing.
Nah, calm
I'll
down.
see
You wanna know?
again,
You wanna
partner.
know something crazy about that shit, Taylor? Is that the way that shit went in the manga and the anime were nothing alike. Kazuma or whoever the MC was
Chapter
didn't die
4, Act
at
2.
the end.
A light rain falls without reason. Let's go.
Like Taylor, I kid you not. I hate when people do an anime or something and change it up from the manga. That's why we don't have no more Kamila Kill. We should have had a couple more seasons of that. Kazuma the MC did not die at the end. Like a lot of things how they showed in the anime, Taylor did not go that way. And also, the Ice Girl, her ability was way more broken than you think. You know she could stop molecules, like atoms and everything?
I did not.
You know how even while like you freeze something or heat something up, it's always still moving because of atoms and stuff? She could stop atoms, basically creating the brightest, the hottest thing ever. She could do that, but I don't think she ever learned to do that, ever thought of doing that with her ability.
Looks like that boat we
Which
took
is
to
fucking
Aramis
crazy.
might have been the last one.
So at that point, besides that, her second most broken ability was that she could just freeze time.
Looks like we're back here again.
But we saw how that ability was being, if you just have
Are you
crazy
hearing voices
speed,
again?
then she won't know where you're fucking at.
That's kinda spooky. Are you sure we don't want to come back in
I
the
wish
morning?
Taylor was in that anime, he would have died.
Bruh. No, Paimon, we're literally here to talk to the fucking Hydra Archon.
You don't tell Paimon what to do.
Hey, why are you still walking towards it? There might be something nasty in the wall. Huh? Hang on. I'm kind of hear a voice. It's calling for Vache, right? Hey, traveler, stop walking. Come on, wake up.
Oh, we off the perks right now.
Skill module.
Oh, shit.
Skill module.
It's an ocean.
Vache, are you?
I think
My
I
dear
put some
Vache.
into his butt. In his butt.
You seem to be someone else. Do you know Vache? Do you know where my love is? Wait. Who am I? I'm very sorry. I fear I do
Got
not
me
know.
going crazy.
My memories
Making
feel
my
like they
Mickey
have been
shitty.
washed away like a flood. So many fragments dissolved amidst the tide, never to be recovered. How much have I lost? How many things that I once held dear while on land have I since forgotten? Yes, that is what I was once. But now, I am but the consciousness of one who has lost their form. I do not know how I came to be like this either. I only vaguely remember being covered in light blue water. And then all... I also remember going to many places. I loved adventure, loved exploring places of peril. No matter where I went, Vache would go with
There
me.
goes Justin.
I knew how dearly he loved me.
Now that little rat is gone, let me tell you some of the crazy stuff that man was saying. That man was
Hold on,
saying some
Jimmy.
crazy.
Remember I'm on stream?
But now,
But Taylor, he don't watch your
we
streams.
can no longer go back.
Cause trust me, if he was watching our stuff, I would be
I never
fucked
knew
with all the
how
stuff I got
heavy it
in
could
there.
be. No, our reunion no longer has any meaning. There is no way for us to create
Saying some
any
crazy
new
stuff
memories.
today, though.
When is he not saying crazy stuff?
The thought of me
Good
gives
point.
him no succor. So let it lie forgotten beneath the waters. If you meet
Do
Vache,
do 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 do.
tell him not to look for me.
Do 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 do.
Tell him to move on.
Do 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 do.
That is the only thing I still remember. Perhaps that is so.
Like I love my ice weapon because I'm using an ice, a fire, and an
Losing
electric weapon.
consciousness, I saw Vache
The
above
synergy
the
is not
surface.
all that there, but sometimes they can make certain stuff happen, especially if I'm in the water and I use my electric pistols, then
If
yeah,
only I
they're
could
just getting
have
that
comforted
burst.
him. Told him that I did not suffer. Indeed. Is that
You want to know what it
call
says on my quest, Taylor? To
dissolving?
be continued. What the fuck do I
If
look like?
anything, I consider it a form of release. It was a state of neither fear nor frenzy.
Begin the
with
Asperia
only an
story?
endless peace.
I guess I
Like the water
shit.
still surfing.
Until
You
y'all
also
figure out
liken it
what's
to
going
a
on
thirsty
over here, I
person
guess
who
I go back
drinks
to
water for the
Asperia.
first time.
Shit, I guess.
And only then sees how they have lived for so long in a world of endless want and anxiety. I think I hear your companion. It's time for you to go, I think. Farewell then.
I'm pretty sure
am
that dude
glad
Justin
that
said
you
the
were
N-word
able to
today. I don't know,
sense
that's
my
what Terrence
presence.
said. When I had him muted.
Remember,
When I had Justin
if
muted,
you
because he
see
just started
Vache,
yelling at random
tell
points
him
and stuff.
not to seek
That
me
dude Terrence
out
was like,
any longer.
Terrence like, Justin, you just said the N-word. And I was like, oh, no.
Oh, we passed out. Oh, what the
Damn
fuck?
right, I told you I was gonna lace your
We didn't
joint,
just
boy.
pass out. There's a whole on fucking war going on.
Ooh, war.
What happened? All we did was pass out, bro.
Ooh, because I heard war. I do quite like that.
Dear God, it's a whole army of Gardamex.
Okay, let's go to High Crows.
Chlorand?
Oh.
That kind of hurts me when I see that.
She better make me fold to me.
I could still see the time where I had to call 911 for my grandpa. I hate seeing that in my recent calls and shit. Oh!
Why is she such a bad?
Hold on.
I should thank you for lending us your sword there, Chlorand. But before I do so, could you explain how you managed to show up here?
Are you looking at the clip I posted?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's when we were playing a few days ago. I love how you can get here, Pat. Please. Please.
I followed you. It seemed to me that danger has followed you more closely as of late.
I can't even hear my voice. Where am I at? I see myself in here. I was in here.
Is it not?
Mr. Callus's last wish was for me to ensure your safety, and I will not betray his trust. He would do the same
You know what's crazy?
were he alive today.
I've made the
Speak
AK
of my
build
father.
that you made, and right now that you were using in that clip, but I made it in Cold War.
I've been using that AK build.
I don't know why I
since
didn't make
NW2
that
came out.
build.
Demoiselle.
For some reason, I haven't made that build for some reason though.
Thank
I'll
you for
add
your
it to him.
aid,
Which
Mr.
cast off
Brown,
is
but
it?
do keep an eye out for your manner of speech.
Fucking
I believe
the
we all
regular
wish to avoid
AK-47 one. I
unnecessary
forget which.
emotional harm.
So is that like
The-
the
the
first
AR
one you unlock?
Did
I
not
think
consider
so.
your feelings.
They're both ARs. I was about to say both of the cast offs are
What else
ARs.
do you know?
I
How
think
did
it's
you
the
come
Shit,
to
the
the
74
conclusion
U
that
is
I'd be
even in
grave
there.
danger?
I doubt I know much more than you, but I believe that the mastermind behind the serial disappearances is very powerful.
It's okay.
Your
I'll
performance tonight will
find it.
almost certainly
It's probably
attract their
the
attention.
762 or the
I'm
545.
sure they've
One
known
of
about
those.
me. To be honest, I'm
762
shocked
one
it's
maybe,
taken them this
most
long to
likely.
act against me.
Because I don't know why I haven't made
about those
that build.
Gardenax?
Because I used to
thought only
use
those
that
associated
like a
with
build
Missile
like that,
Gardenage
the
could
way it
control
looked,
them.
all that stuff.
None of these mecha have serial
like that.
numbers. I was sure to
But no,
check
you
a
went
moment
crazy
ago.
that game.
They are not
That
the
was
ones
crazy.
used by the authorities
You
to
really
enforce
slid
the law.
behind dude and went prone and killed him.
For real.
That
That's
dude
what-
talk about something.
When I tell you, I was panicking at that moment because I threw the Molotov to hold them off, and then I ran around, took out the one dude, and I thought one might be defusing, so I pre-fired the bomb, thinking somebody was defusing it. Ran into the wall, got shot, and then fucking panicked when I saw him. It's like fuck it.
I can only conclude.
Hey, but you did your thing right there,
powerful
man.
or
You did your
wealthy
thing.
party must have obtained them via
Okay,
illegal
smart
means.
servant system. So there's
Controlling them as
obviously.
private force of sorts.
Sounds like Fatu
What?
shenanigans.
Oh,
Your
y'all
point
want me
being
to
that they're
go
out
over
of Spina di
here?
Rosula's league, then?
Why do y'all do that? Just show the place I
Yes.
need to go. So y'all want me
Be
to go to
careful,
innards.
and do not
Okay,
act
hold on.
rashly.
So y'all definitely want me to go underwater. You want me to tell you something, Taylor?
I will
So you know
continue
how in
investigating,
Genshin
no
it's like
matter
just
what.
a
We
big
will bring the
gigantic
truth
map?
to light.
I don't know about that one
That's
stuff in
my
the map that I was
father's
showing
true
you. You
last
probably
wish.
have different areas and stuff. But this game, like, obviously it has a lot of
Regardless,
areas, but it also
Thank you for your
like
help today,
has a
Clement.
lot of different places if you
But
get what I'm
if
trying
you
to say.
get any
Like,
ideas, tell me
basically,
first. I don't
like,
much appreciate
if
being
I had to
followed.
say how many areas you can go to that are kind of like big in
I do not
size in
think
this
that they'll
game,
strike again anytime soon.
is there's 1,
So I shall stop following
2,
Good day,
3,
all.
4,
Okay, that's it.
5, 6, 7 right now, Taylor. There's 7. And there's more than that. It's just I can't go one of them, which is called the Artificial Island. You have to be level 50 to go to there.
it
So we
turns
got
out she's
7
actually
like
the-
areas.
From the fucking trailer, they made it seem like she was the one with the fucking robots coming to get you at that point.
I mean, basically, when you do that grump dump diggity dump,
Right.
put it in your buttons,
I
and then stomp,
suppose
stomp,
that's the
stomp.
best
It
news
goes
we've
crazy.
gotten today.
That rimp biggity bump, you stick it in your butt, dump, dump, dump.
Demoiselle, I believe that Miss Clorand was being sincere with you. If we tried, we could attempt to solve
Taylor
issues.
instantly went to talking shit like after that. It was like he was panicking, but as soon as you won, instantly calmed down and just started.
Oh yeah,
talking
my
crap.
first thing was literally the first thing I'd say is, "Damn, what are y'all doing? A 3v1 and you couldn't win?"
I know.
That shit was crazy.
She's...
But how is that shit so loud?
Oh, thank goodness!
What is this?
I thought we were done for. Those
That nigga
guards
Fazia sent me
nowhere
some
while
new
you were
music to
unconscious,
perceive
and
or
Maddie and her gang saved us. Oh, and there was that champion duelist named Clorand who came out to save us too. We got lucky
Why is
there.
that so loud?
Paimon probably couldn't have fought them off otherwise.
Oh, come now. Forget all that polite talk. That wasn't really a farewell meal we had back there. Not for me, anyway. In truth, I hope that every meal we have together shall be a victory feast. As such, we're still partners.
She's probably one of the
There's
few
no need
Geo
to thank
characters
me.
I actually want. Well, I do want Zhongli, but Zhongli's in the next banner, and I don't know if I'll have enough to pull from.
It will take 50 years for me to match Demoiselle's magnanimity.
I want her, and then I also want fucking a new Electro character, Clorin. Nuevelet. It looks pretty cool too.
If it were me, I would have joined the Spina di Rosula on account of her goodwill long ago.
All right, you two. That's
Hit me
enough.
tonight,
Actually, Navia,
I
how
put
did
it
you
in
know
your
that we were in
boom, boom.
danger? You sure did show up in the nick of time.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, you're
Okay,
the one
now
who
that
tipped
I
us
went
off,
into the
Paimon.
water, the map changes,
Really?
and then I can go to the one place that they just want me to go to because, you know, they're goofy.
Good job.
Yes. All thanks to you grabbing my drink by mistake.
Tell her I'm gonna dick you down on some gangster
After we
shit.
parted ways, I was on the way back to one of our bases when I suddenly thought of what you said.
I'm telling you right
the
now, if I
Fontaine
teleport to this place
tasted
and it's telling me to go
salty and
down
icky.
deeper in the water to that one place to transport to Domain 9, I'm gonna be pissed. Cause how y'all gonna make me click on this or
Fontaine
whatever,
only comes
take
in
me to
sweet
Aspiria,
flavors.
but then
So
want me to go
how
back to
could it have
Domain 9
tasted
to get this
salty?
one thing? Like,
The color of the drink, if I recall, had also been a bit off.
Damn, we were
So the
drugged.
Fonta had been spiked with water from the primordial sea?
just a normal day in my life.
Yes. So
Well, that's
if
like
you
every
hadn't
Tuesday.
drunk that cup for me,
Damn, somebody
Spina
just
di
tried
Rosula
assassinating
is
her.
preparing the grandest of awards for you as we speak for saving the boss.
Huh. Really?
Look at Fiona over here looking like Rapunzel and
There's already
everything.
been more like fucking death and shit in this Archon quest than like any other one, and we're only in fucking the beginning of chapter 2 of Act 4, yeah.
I sent people to Hotel de Boer to investigate, but whoever did this left no trace at all. That's when I figured out that you might be in danger, and hurried here as quickly as I could.
But why would they go after us too?
I wonder if that's why we're able to
defend
talk
Lydia
to the
in court
thing.
and help clear his name. Ugh, now we're caught up in this mess too, aren't we?
That's scary.
Let's go! We're getting
You
caught
did
up in
foil
another
a plan
nation's
that they were
issue.
And it's
probably
asking me to
pretty
go
proud of,
down even
and
more.
almost got their name in the process.
Even
Speaking
more.
of
Okay.
which,
Lin Qua?
strange
Lin
happened when
Kuei
you
or
drank the
whatever? Yeah, I should have known that was
primordial
Domain 9.
Well,
Domain
it
9
can't
looks like
be
a freaking
coincidence that the
Chinese
Caliphate just
mythological like
He said
fantasy
that he
world.
heard that voice
Because
calling
everything's
for
like floating up in the
Vache
sky.
again. Oh, and this time Paimon
I
heard
can't
it
believe y'all
too.
did that to me though.
Like, it was
Y'all
real
really made
faint.
me
Does
leave
this
Domain
situation-
9.
does that mean
Just
that
go
the
back to Domain
primordial
9.
seawater raises someone's sensitivity to hydro when it's used on people who are not
And look
from
at that. The
Fontaine?
thing that I have to do is just right
That doesn't
there.
sound like too much of a bad thing,
Oh.
to be honest.
Let's transport to that.
New intel? While you were
Don't make me
out
leave that
cold?
place for nothing.
Well, let's hear it, shall we?
I'm gonna do
Oh,
it down on some
That
gangsta
is
shit.
important.
Taylor, I don't know if you agree with
Vache.
me on this, but I think
That
thick
name
girls
doesn't
deserve
ring
the
a bell.
world.
I suppose he hasn't
booty
stepped
girls
forward as a
deserve
witness
the
in court
world.
lately.
Oh.
Since he saw that young woman dissolve, he was at least at the crime scene.
I don't even know why you
But he
hesitated.
never
That kind of
gave
made me mad.
testimony or any information regarding people
Now,
dissolving in
are
the
you talking about
primordial
like
seawater.
actually thick or like fat?
Could
type
he
thick?
have been...
If I would have said
threatened?
fat, I would have said fat. I'm talking about
Okay,
thick,
my
juicy.
bad. You make a good point.
I'm talking that.
It's funny that nobody usually watches when I stream this, but like, just imagine watching somebody play Genshin and their conversation is just completely off the rail while you got fucking you got important story dialogue.
I think
going
they
on in the back.
understand though, man. I really think they would.
Yes, thank you.
Like, you got a
This is
serious
very
story going on in the
important
background while we're
information
talking about.
We will continue
fuck
to
all.
investigate.
It had to be done.
Oh, you mean you'll help us investigate?
Well, you did say that our farewell meal didn't
Okay,
really
cool.
count. That means we're
Hello,
still partners,
Shelley.
right? And
You have
besides,
somehow
we're
made your
just now
way
whether
to
we
this
like it or
world
not.
as well.
You're not gonna let
I
those
thought you was
people
gonna
who
stay in
targeted
there,
us get off the hook so easily, are you,
But you
traveler?
made your way to this one.
Demoiselle, do try not to
What
look
am I
quite
getting?
so pleased.
They
You are
can
the
use
face of
skills and
Spina
assist
di
domain guards and
Rosula,
come
after
We hope
all.
you find it. Oh, I'm about to get like a
too
thing
much.
that I can bring with me that can
Well, in
also
that
fight.
case,
So
let's
I'm gonna
head
have
back to one
Mia
of our
and she gonna have
bases,
a
shall
friend,
we?
but that
I'll
friend
arrange
can...
accommodations for you. We also have some plans to go over, and
yada,
hopefully we can
yada.
deepen our bonds as partners. But we'll take that one step at a time.
So I get to
guess.
choose which
Don't
one I
worry, you
want.
two. With us around, our base is definitely secure.
Pick my partner. Taylor, let me take a screenshot.
What the fuck is the name?
You're gonna have to pick one of these 4 little Pokemon here for me to like, pick to help me fight in battle.
See, I don't know French pronunciation. So how the fuck do you say that? I don't even fucking know.
I'm about to choke on your tongue trying to say that shit.
I don't know French pronunciations, right? God, I wish the crystals that you use for wishing in here, I wish your ones for the standard banner you could somehow convert them to like the currency you earn when you do pulls that you can spend in the store to get stuff. I wish you could use that to like convert your standard banner pools into event banner ones. I don't know.
But Taylor, can you look at that screenshot real quick? I need you to help me choose a Pokemon.
Oh, my bad. I don't get notifications when I got this stream going. Let me check. Bros, those are... No, what
Now,
the?
why would Chase turn the picture upside down?
What?
Why would he do that?
Does your fucking Mia have a fucking maid outfit?
Yeah, I put that on her.
And who the fuck in the who the fuck
Who's
in
the
the
tank? Those are the Pokemon I have to choose between.
Nah, who's the fucking dude in the fucking chat in the bottom left whose name is Balls Liquor and he just typed Balls Liquor?
It's like, I don't know, bro. I don't know what them people in the comments be saying. They be doing wild
All right,
stuff.
you go. Shit, go for the fucking third one, the one that's next to the one on the very right.
Are you talking about the
fucking
girl-looking one?
Yeah, with the blonde hair and the fucking white fucking
Gotcha.
armor or whatever. Fucking Pokemon.
Which one is that? Is that Void Angel?
Oh no, Chase did turn that. Why did he turn it upside down? What the fuck?
So, Taylor, Void Angel, which is the name of the one that
Damn.
you chose, she's an offensive flame type servant
Wait, Jimmy, who is this
that
character
excels
you
in
said?
range, projectiles, attacks, and inflicts the enemy with burn to reduce their healing received. Holds an advantage when fighting enemies who are able to heal.
Jimmy, who's this character you sent in this one picture sitting in the chair?
Oh, that's Lynn. The girl, if I had to choose out of any of them to be within this game, it would be her, because she's been with us to the story, and she's just...
I'd agree.
That's just how it be, you know?
I was
Okay, come on.
wondering
That was 8 right there. That was the 8th one. Y'all should have gave me my rewards for that.
There's still 14 days until the story refreshes and I can get more free pools. Come on.
I'm gonna look at all of them real quick. Okay, the plant one is called Kafka.
Kafka?
Yeah. I know. Don't do it. He was not about to let that disrespect slide. So, Kafka,
hold up, you said the second one? The one
with the tree coming out his head?
Nah, how dare you disrespect... You cannot disrespect Kafka from Star Rail like
He
that.
said, nah.
Nah, you
So
can't
it's an offensive physical type that attacks in melee style and uses lasers in combat to ensure its master safety. It provides him with a certain amount of healing when attacking. Okay. So I am trying to choose between those two. Okay, what about this one? This one is named Angela. Okay. Let's see what Angela. Angela is an offensive frost type that utilizes both melee and ranged combat styles, moves quickly, and is good at dealing with agile enemies. Okay.
It's right up ahead.
That's pretty cool.
Let's make sure we weren't followed first.
Now, time for this
I've been
other
keeping
little
watch, Demoiselle.
bunny
I
robot
haven't
looking
spotted
one
anyone
called
suspicious
Moon
thus
Rabbit.
far.
Very good.
It's an
let's
offensive
not let our
volt
guard down
type
for now.
servant that can dash
shall
and
find
attack
rooms
in
for our
turns to
respected
enhance its
guests.
master's survivability.
Thank
It
you,
grants them a
Malus.
shield when
Now,
attacking.
let's continue, traveler.
Ooh, okay. So after all that information, I'm not gonna lie, I'm still stuck between Void Angel and Kafka. How does that make you feel, Taylor? That they call this freaking tree out of its head Kafka?
How dare you disrespect one of the greatest characters to ever be fucking made. Sorry, but
Shit.
if I ever met someone like fucking Kafka, like from Star Wars in real life, I'd fold in an instant. I'm not gonna cap. I would fold.
We're talking about from Star Rail, right?
Yeah. Yes, from Star Rail. No, I'm gonna see a tree and I'm a fucking fold, Jimmy.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what you were into, so no. No, but I knew what you was talking about. I just didn't know if there was a Kafka in Genshin as well.
Nah. I'd say
'Cause I don't
Kafka's
know if
equivalent
they're,
in
I don't know if
Genshin
they're
is probably
linked in any way. You know what I'm saying?
I'd say Kafka's equivalent in Genshin is probably Yelan, the character I'm currently trying to pull for.
Our Yulon be throwing hands though.
Ours be tying people up and shit. What?
Oh, yo! How did you just say that after what you just said?
What?
You're just as bad as these people in this freaking server chat. Look at this. This dude said, "I'm a veteran mobile layered kitty." Like,
Yo,
what is it?
Jameek, we in the slums right now, damn. How
That's
do you have?
perfect for you.
How do they have like a city built in the fucking sewers, and why are the sewers so fucking?
Sorry about that. I just, you know, I be acting kind of crazy, you know.
So, this is your base?
I feel like I should choose the fire type. I don't know. Void Angel is cool, but Kafka can also good. Like all of them in a sense are good. Like the one at the very end with the like the round hair and all that stuff. She can basically do like close and long range attacks. The one at the other very end that looks like a bunny and shit. That looks like a bunny and shit, Taylor. Whenever he attacks and he does like electricity attacks, he can give me a shield.
Seems like it's tough times for
Next, you got Kafka. What was that one? When that one does attacks, I can receive heals, Taylor. I can receive
To be honest,
heals.
our financial situation was a lot
And
better
then
back
you
when my
have
father
Void
was in
Angel, the
charge
one
a
with
few
probably
years
the
ago.
most coolest name up in here.
I'm afraid I'm not
That
quite his
one
equal.
Your
can do
father.
burning damage.
He was
And
the
if it can do
previous
burning
boss's
damage, it can mess with their
Spina
heals, you know,
right?
it can do this and that.
Mademoiselle,
I'm not gonna lie,
if
Taylor, I'm
you'll allow
close
me
to aiming
to
to
explain.
Kafka. Reason why.
I'll explain it myself. I suppose
Taylor, I don't
couldn't
know
run
about
from this
you,
topic
whenever you're out of
forever.
combat, does your
And
character just
as
heal?
partners, this is something I hope they
In
can
Genshin
understand.
or in Star Rail?
Genshin. Genshin.
I mean, if I go near the statues, they'll heal, or if I just have Barbara, I can just pop her ability and just.
That's what I'm saying. It's just that for me, I hate trying to use my healing stuff. So
My
if I can
father's name is
have
Callus.
something with me that can
Yes,
do like
the
attacks,
same
but
one they
also
call
I can
Callus
receive
the
healings from those
Unfaithful
attacks,
in the streets.
I feel like that's kind of good. Now, don't even get me
3
wrong.
years ago,
The
he was
Void Angel
accused of
one
murdering his
looks
own
the
friend.
best. Don't even get
But
me
he
wrong
chose
on
a
that.
duel to defend
It
his
looks the
honor
best,
instead
and
of
it can do
standing
burning
trial.
damage that can mess with like
He
certain
died in
people's
the
heals
duelist's
and stuff,
ring.
right?
Oh,
But
no.
it's just that that's more of just
I
like
do
it's
not
just
believe
like, you
my
know,
father was a murderer.
fighting with me, I guess, but
I'm
it doesn't
sure
like
he was set up.
benefit me.
At the time, I believed that if he only stood
Like really, the
trial
ones that will
and
give
was
you like
duly
heals or a
investigated,
shield is the two
something
at the
amiss would
other
crop
side,
up
like on the
and
left
prove his
side.
innocence. But strangely, he not only
I'm
requested
gonna
the
just
duel
go through the
himself,
details again. I really can't
but
even
rumor
choose.
has it
Did he do chlorine?
that even after being seriously
An
injured,
offensive
to the
flame
point
type
where he could
sorcerer
be
that
deemed
excels
as
in
having
ranged
lost the duel,
projectiles attack and
he
inflicts
refused
the
to
enemy with
surrender,
burn
determined
to
die
reduce
in the
their
arena.
healing receipt. Holds an advantage when
3
fighting
years
enemies
later,
who are able to
I
heal.
still don't understand why he did that. How could he protect his honor?
But that's
if he's
good
dead?
too, because a lot of the stuff sometimes you just
If anything,
I can't
he gave
get
up his
them.
chance to defend himself. The closest piece of info I have is that my father had
Fuck,
been investigating
man.
the
Why
serial
did they make
disappearances
Kafka look
case
like
at the time
this?
of his death.
Shit.
They just disrespect.
Ah, so that's why you're so determined to get to the
Now,
bottom
see,
of that
now you got to
case.
have me go on YouTube to try to see what I should choose.
That's right. I've also tried to investigate the murder my father was implicated in. But I haven't found a single new clue in my countless reviews of the investigation records. However,
Look at Bryce and all these people
that
that
if the murder
decided to
case
get
is related to
married
those
and
behind
do
the
all this other shit so
disappearances,
early in
they
life.
must know something.
Good for
I
y'all.
must know what really happened. Was my father coerced? Framed? Even if he really did kill his friend, I must get to the truth. If only he'd been more open with me when he was still alive. He even hid the fact that my mother died due to complications when giving birth to me.
Well, damn, they're just giving Navi a fucking depressing ass backstory, alright? God.
And now, here I am investigating his death. You really are a handful, aren't you, Papa?
Demoiselle, please, if there is anything I can do, anything at all,
Silver, a real one.
I also will never believe that Master Callus murdered anyone. There are none whom I respect more than the two of you, Demoiselle.
I've also never heard someone with such a raspy voice.
Master Callus did so much good in life, yet
Nah, for
all
real.
it took was one murder case
I
for
smoke
him to be
cigarettes.
dubbed Callus the Unfaithful. Even our supporters decreased greatly due to that incident, hence our strained finances at present.
Wait, if Callus was such a good man, wouldn't people at least be a little suspicious when he was accused?
No. Perhaps people just revel in that kind of drama. It's not something exclusive to people from Fontaine, really.
As our
Everyone's
smart
like
servant,
that.
and also which
People
smart
love
servant
watching
Bitch, I
the
didn't
evil
ask for
turn
that.
over a new leaf,
first.
but they
Make sure
also
to use
enjoy
the
watching
side quest
good
for the
people
smart
fall
servant
into an
quest.
abyss from one
You
slip-up
will
just
unlock
as much.
this quest as you progress through the main story. So
Ah,
Never mind.
for the starter Pokemon,
If
be sure
Callus
to
was
choose
really
I told
bubbly
you.
and cute,
Look, it's like
we
choosing
have to find the
Pokey.
truth. We don't deserve to have that happen to him.
smart servant.
There is
You can also
one
choose to
other
pick Muse,
thing.
and she is an Ultra
Master
Smart Servant.
Callus's opponent in the
Yeah, that's what I
duel
thought. Of course.
was Ms. Clorand.
Oh,
Second, after you chose your first smart servant,
Well,
you
then,
can now proceed to do the
isn't
side
that as
quest
good
from
as
here.
saying that
You will simply
she
need
was
to
the one
collect
who
5 gray
killed him?
stones to give to the Lin Chao. You
Yeah.
can find any materials in
That's not
Domain
the sort of
9
thing
by
that you
making
can
use
just
of the
let go
Cosmic
and move on
Macrograph
from.
on the events
Ms.
page.
Clorand has
You will
always
simply
placed
need to
great
defeat the
emphasis
darkness
on
or
the
the
honorable
gray stage to
nature
drop the gray
of the
stones.
duel. If her
Once you're
opponent
finished, make
doesn't
sure to
yield,
submit the quest
she
back to
will
her.
not stop either. She knew Master Callus beforehand and greatly respected him, but seeing how he was resolute
I want
in the
this
arena,
video.
there
Why
was
isn't it
only ever
starting?
one choice she could have made.
I had to click on the video.
It's
Now
not
I'm
that I don't
upset.
understand her at all, but
I'm about to make Taylor
I
twerk.
just can't deal with this yet.
Don't worry, Navia. Paimon knows how you
Nope.
feel.
I'm
You don't
sorry,
have to force
but I'm
yourself
tired
to
of
do
looking
that.
at like videos for
Afterward, Ms.
this or
Clorand
that,
told us that at the
and the
start of the
motherfucker
duel,
is just.
Master Callus
What I'm about to say
requested
is
that she
racist.
ensured
That's
Demoiselle
crazy.
Navia's safety. Yes, that is our
I'll
understanding
let y'all
as
know
well.
now, guys. I can be that,
Oh,
okay?
Papa.
But
What madness
Good
drove you to
golly,
ask the person who
like, they're
killed
just
you to
being
take care of
stupid.
me? All right. Anyway, that's the information I wanted to share with you. Even if it did sound like I was just complaining towards the end. Thanks. You two should go and rest. This was quite a day after all.
Yeah. Paimon's feet.
Please, relax and get some sleep. We will ensure you rest soundly.
I think you can look at what they do first. Let's do this. Right, there's detailed stats.
Nigga, you got everything in Chinese. You think I'm supposed to know what you're doing?
This is Fontaine.
Paimon slept so well.
I'm surprised.
You can have a smart servant dragon?
So far, we're
Hold on now.
2 chapters into this act, and
Where did the other two go?
haven't been made
Man,
into
chill
the
out,
I
Taylor,
sent
before I
them
make your
back to
butt
Poisson.
rumble.
It's Spina de Rosula's place of origin, and where we have our headquarters. There's not much for them to do here at the moment.
Paimon gets the feeling that you're just trying to get them off your back. But never mind that. When did you get back? Were you waiting here the whole time?
No, I just returned after going out for a while. I did some investigating yesterday regarding the name Vacher.
Wait, so you didn't sleep at all?
bus.
How could I after having such critical new
Don't tell
evidence
no
appear?
one.
I got that on the street.
Speaking for everyone just
Oh!
Unfortunately, this name seems to have been wiped from existence. It doesn't seem to have a match anywhere.
Give me these codes,
I
you hooligan.
suspect that those behind this have already taken steps.
Yeah, I'm
to
gonna get
hinder
these
an
codes actually before I
investigation
choose
from
my
this angle.
Pokemon.
But that does prove
I'm gonna
that
keep
this
calling them that
Vacher
too, because it's
person
just too
is a key
hilarious.
witness in the
Like,
incident.
not to call them that.
Does that mean we're
Pokemon.
too late though?
No. There is one ray of hope. One place in Fontaine that they would find almost impossible to threaten, no matter how much they wanted to. And that is the archives kept by Chief Justice Neuvillette. A place where detailed files on all the cases in recent years are kept. If the Oceanet
How do I
you
get to the
met is one of the
thing
young women who went
again?
missing recently, we should be able to find some related information there.
So Neuvillette maintains an archive of case files? Whew. Guess that's the hard-working Chief Justice for you. In that case, let's go talk to him, shall we? Aren't you coming along, Navia? Did you get tired?
No, it's nothing. Let's go see the Honorable Chief Justice.
Okay, but how do I get to the...
I'm not sure if it's my HDMI cord or if... I don't think my TV's fucking up. I don't know. I mean, I've had this TV for a while, but it still works fine.
No, it doesn't. You're just lying to yourself.
So I looked at the prices and looked into seeing about getting another TV that can better support 4K and like higher frame rates and shit for like playing games and all that. But a lot of the ones that came up were like fucking 55-inch TVs or some like really fucking super expensive type shit. It's like I don't need a fucking 55-inch
Move them
TV.
hips. Move them hips. Hey, move them hips.
My 40-inch TV is good enough. Just give me another fucking like 40-inch.
The palais is right up ahead. Come on.
This dude is doing a whole lot of nothing. I want the codes before I pick my Pokemon. Told y'all already.
Halt! Please state your business here. The Chief Justice is presently occupied with official matters.
Huh. This place does look pretty heavily guarded. Guess that proves that Nervalet's files are really secure.
You want me that cuckoo?
Don't you
want me that
recognize
cuckoo?
us?
Huh? Who are you? Just to be clear, I don't care who you are or who you might be related to. Our rules make no exceptions.
Is there any explanation
See,
for what these things
they've
are?
got great discipline too.
Yep. Paimon can tell.
If you're here just to crack jokes, I can point you towards the exit. Unlike some, we're busy, so please leave if you don't have a reason to be here.
No. What I meant to say is, shouldn't you remember us from a few days ago?
Okay, let's see if
we
this
were at the
works.
trial of the great magician
If it doesn't
Lenny.
work, I'm murdering
yes,
you.
I remember.
It's my
I
bad.
read about it in the Steambird. You must be Linny's attorneys. It's all coming back to me.
We're here today to report and archive some information on a follow-up case.
Huh. Is that even a thing?
Of course. Don't worry. We're here on official business. You can trust us.
All right then, I'll let you through. The Chief Justice is just inside.
Thanks so much.
My question is, how long until things start going crazy in this
Give
Archon
code
quest
redemption
like the rest?
failed.
Please come in.
Like, what codes work then? Like, y'all have all these other codes to do this, to do that, but then y'all over here talk about some, yeah, they just don't work, because I remember Justin telling me that. But see, if I start acting up, then y'all gonna look at me like I'm crazy.
Get in because we didn't know any other way.
It's all right. Please let me know how I may be of assistance to you.
So you're not mad at us?
We're looking for a man called Vacher. He may have been an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case.
Oh, look at that! I got a new
Find
freaking.
him. We may be able to unearth some key information on the case.
Ah, I see. In that case, please wait here a moment while I
Taylor,
browse through the files.
You better learn how to obey.
So far, this guy's been pretty cool. I really thought he'd be a dick during the fucking Archon quest.
Who knew that Neuvillette would be so easy to talk to?
Sorry about that.
For real.
You know I be acting up, Taylor. Let me show you something.
Of course, there could still be something he's hiding, because we're only at the beginning of the fucking...
Taylor, can I show what
Unfortunately,
happens when you don't
I'm
rise when I
quite
tell you
certain that
to?
no one by the name of Vacher has been involved in any case, criminal or civil, in the past several
Look at you.
years. There are no records
9
of
new
him either
codes
in the
for all
files
this
or
other
in my
stuff,
memory.
but you just don't work.
Traveler, what if it was really just a dream?
Is that so? All right then. Thank you so much, Monsieur Neuvillette. We'll take our leave now.
Taylor, the first comment I see on this video about the codes, it says, "Why are you liking comments about people
Miss
saying the
Nadia,
codes don't work on
I can
PlayStation?"
understand how you feel. Your father,
Some
Callus,
clown shit
was a
for real.
truly exceptional man.
Maybe when I
We
do my
deeply regret his
little cat
passing.
teddy when I Dougie, you know what I'm saying?
With that, you now
And
have
what
your own
are you trying to say, Monsieur Neuvillette?
You can also choose to pick me as
Are you trying to console me? Extend your sympathy?
sure to choose the
Or
smart
just
servant with the
express
same
some
element as your
tendril
race.
of
A
regret?
certain percentage
No.
of our elemental attacks
You are not
inherent
trying to
in
do
your
any of
smart
that. I can hear it in your
Oh,
voice.
so I have to choose
There's no
Ice
emotion
Shorty or
behind
something?
your words. You only said those things because you felt like you should.
Second,
Damn.
after you chose your first smart
It's just like last time. After my father took his place in the duelist ring, I pushed through the guards to talk to you as a last resort. You even told me then that you thought there was something fishy with the case, yet you still allowed the duel to go ahead. In your eyes, the value of a human life is nothing compared to those cold laws you hold so dear. If you truly regret my father's death, then why didn't you call a stop to the duel? Why didn't you give me the power to stop him from throwing his life away? Why did you just let him die, despised and hated
which
by
one of
all?
y'all was doing the thing?
Everything was
What
hanging
you?
on a thread at that moment. Just the tiniest effort could have changed.
Angela, are you the one
There
doing
are
the ice
still so many
attacks?
things I never got to tell him.
Yep, it's you.
So many questions.
An offensive
he still owes
frost
me
type
answers to.
servant.
If you
Smart
really
servant that utilizes
have no
both melee and ranged
then
combat
just
styles.
look
Most
me
quickly
in
and
the
is good at
eyes.
dealing with agile.
I, Navia,
Well, I
will
guess
show
I gotta
you the
choose
true
Angela.
meaning of regret.
So Taylor, you know that one you was talking about? They're saying it's better to choose one as your main element.
You and my
And if
father
main
are
element,
truly
if they're
alike.
talking about your
You
best
keep
element,
all
which is
kinds of
mine,
things in
would
your
be
heart
frost,
and never say a word to
that
anyone.
means I have to choose
Not
the
so
girl
much
with the
that you
brown
can't
hair.
feel,
That's
but that
gonna be
you
my
would
first
never
Pokemon.
express anything. Oh well. In any case, everyone already
That's how I'm
knows
gonna start
full
treating
well
people,
the
Taylor.
apathy of
I'm
the
gonna
Chief
capture you.
Justice.
You're gonna
My
see me throw like
apologies for
a
taking
hard
my
ass
emotions
fucking
out on you,
Pokeball at
Monsieur
your
Chief
fucking head.
Justice. Let's go, Traveler and Paimon.
Talk about something. Get in there. And when you don't want to get in there, you're gonna have me acting up. I'm gonna be acting a fool in you.
Oh.
Navia, are you okay?
Ooh, Taylor, don't make me act crazy in you.
It's
You
raining.
know I
You're
get
right.
the ooh,
Wasn't it still
ooh,
sunny when we
ooh
went into the
in
building?
you.
And there shouldn't
Come
be
on,
any
Taylor.
active trials today.
I put it in your butt.
Now that I think of it,
Now you super
on the
slut.
day my father was convicted of murder, it was also raining.
What is it? Did you think of something?
Oh, I thought I almost clicked the thing. Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
he was outside. It was uncovered and the rain could fall there. Why? Do you think the rain could have affected the crime scene? That thought has occurred to us before. We've even expanded the search area to try to account for that. But didn't find anything of value.
Man,
Oh? Wait. You don't mean...
Should I choose the damn
You're
rabbit?
saying that the true
Defensive
murderer
volt type.
could have been turned
Smart
into
servant
water?
that can dash
And
and
then got
attack
washed
and
away with the
small
rain?
enhances message
Yeah.
with and grabs some
And
shit.
if that's what had happened,
I'll just do that.
then no
Let's
one
go.
would have believed your dad, even if he explained what he saw to
I've
the
decided.
I really think I've found
Come with
a
me.
true
You're my
genius for a
Pokemon.
partner. You're completely right. How did I not connect the dots earlier?
We didn't know people could dissolve into water earlier, so.
All right, let's go to Poisson. With this new lead in mind, we'll get to the bottom of my father's case.
See,
for
I knew
sure.
I had another one. I knew I had that damn flame sparrow. That's why I couldn't choose the fire girl.
Do you want to go with me now? Or do you want to head over by yourself later?
I can only choose between one.
Great. Let's go then.
Like something might go down. Oh.
See that? You got my lip quivering and everything. Stupid ass, look at that boy.
What?
I'm making fun of Taylor, I'm making fun of Pat. Now, Pat said he's gonna give you a piece of his mind for changing the party name to that.
Whatever.
That dude really sad. Pat is best at being my cum bucket.
Whoa! What a huge ship!
Who's in the party?
Why would a ship
Just me and
be
Taylor.
anchored at a place like this?
There's no need to be so surprised. While it may look
Bro.
like a ship, it's actually
Terrence said that
Spinadero
man
Sula's
said the
headquarters.
N-word and stuff like that,
father was
and
the
then
one who
Justin was
asked for it
saying
to be built
something,
like
and
this.
Terrence just kept going about
Perhaps our
he said the
taste in
N-word, this
exterior
and
design is
that.
the
So
only
he
thing we
most likely probably
occasionally
said
had in
that shit.
common. A
Then
gigantic and glamorous
he was talking
ship
about Michael
embodies
Jackson. He'd be
discovery,
like, "How did he just
opportunity,
change his skin type
ambition,
like that?"
and
or some
conquest.
crazy shit.
It symbolizes Spinadero Sula's
I was
bright
like,
and
yeah,
limitless
Justin, you know I'm
future.
gonna have to clip that, right?
Paimon thought you were bluffing when you said
Nah, cause I have to clip that one. You're fucking wild as hell for
Paimon
saying
was
that.
confused why a group with such a history with would live in the sewers. But now that Paimon has seen this ship for herself, she's been convinced.
Well,
And then Justin was talking about you almost all day. Not like all day, but today. Like, talk about some, oh, yeah, I don't like Pat. Like, any chance he could to just say something about you, he did. And then was talking about some, well, he doesn't belong here. Where the fuck does he belong then?
It reminds me of Fuzzy and Mojo Jojo and Princess Warbucks.
Not that group. Look, you even got Taylor laughing. Up in here. Bro, Flame Sparrow's already doing so much more, but its attack and all that stuff is the same. And you're freaking
Maloose, we're
what?
back.
Mr. Krabs and
Apologies
everything.
for the wait, demoiselle, and our most important partner. You said before.
Yeah,
that
I just don't know what it was. He be just steady talking about you, and I'm just like. And next thing you know, then he stopped for a bit because you called him a schizo, and I guess this was a scene of it. He was talking about something.
Father's case had something to do with water from the
well, he's not here to defend himself, so I guess I'll stop.
Right, Maloose? On that night, it was raining.
Yes, the case was quite similar to that of Mr. Linney's. Both were what you'd call impossible murders.
Could you tell us a bit
Don't
more
call
about
me
what
that.
happened?
Yeah, of course.
He gonna claw you. You're just gonna see his nails get sharp like he's Killua and cut you.
At a glance, it was a kind of drink that could excite your mood and produce many pleasant hallucinations.
Wait!
So drug?
Didn't that guard guy who turned into water also mention that the primordial water could be used to produce some kind of potion?
Yes, he did. Considering what we know now, it's almost certain that synth is created using water from the primordial
The story of my life, I'll take you home.
You'll suffer
I'll
many
try
side
all
effects, such as
night
losing the ability to focus or control your emotions.
warm
And if you were to stop drinking it completely, you'll experience flashes of paranoia and anxiety while lacking energy to do anything. It's an extremely dangerous substance. As he oversaw Poussin, my father was compelled to put a stop to synth abuse and called for a complete ban of it.
Boss's
you
uncompromising
talking about
attitude
Michelle's
incurred the
protector?
Synth-Bender's wrath. But no matter how much they threatened or bribed him, he refused to yield.
Well, you said who?
Not only that, the boss became determined to find the mastermind
Oh,
of
yeah.
the operation, put an end to the problem once and
He
for
was the
all.
dude that like slapped you up and jacked you up and then put you in his locker.
That's great.
So he could never get anything out of the dealer. All of whom only sold the stuff and weren't privy to the rest of the operation. Recognizing that, my father decided to contact the dealers secretly and cultivate personal relationships with them. Finally, he was able to convince someone to become his informant. The man's name was Jacques. He felt greatly ashamed about his work after seeing many families destroyed by synth abuse. That night, my father hosted a banquet at his countryside estate. He planned to meet up and exchange information with Jacques over some food. But then, we heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard. We raced to the scene and found my father, still holding a gun, and Jacques, who was already dead on the ground.
How did that happen?
You know how they have like.
Sounds just like Lenny's case, doesn't it? In both cases, the culprit seemed obvious.
Come on, Taylor, let Pat know that he's always
all.
acting like that.
Looking back on it, though, I now believe the most important clue was something we all overlooked at the time. There were pieces
Tyler, you're still
of clothing
streaming,
left
right?
at the scene.
What? Yeah.
So yeah, they just caught all that. Yeah, he's gone.
Precisely. It's all thanks to you that I made the connection now. Back then, we
Haha,
all just thought
Patty,
they were some
you're not gonna say
costumes
whatever
that
you
Jacques
want, get
used
away
to
with it.
disguise himself at the banquet. But, considering it now, it's almost certain that they belong to a third person at the scene. With one extra person, we'll also need to reconsider why the 2 shots were fired.
Yeah.
You're right. We still don't know what happened. But my intuition tells me that we're on the right track to figuring
The
it all
things
out.
I did to Pat.
I'm finally headed towards the truth.
Jacques was an empathetic man who was infinitely remorseful for his past actions. It's unlikely that he turned on Boss with zero warning. I think this third person
Patty
is probably
Waddy.
the key.
He was just talking about you a lot,
On
man.
that note,
And then
however,
he was talking about this custom,
though
dustum,
this
bustum.
will not please
And
you,
Terrence Pritchard was
Demoiselle,
losing
as
his
you're
head
and your
top, which he
father's
always
butler,
does. You know,
I
his
must
brain
still
cells
offer
be
a word
going
of
around
warning.
here and there.
Our opponent is
I'll
insidious
be...
and cruel. They are extremely difficult to deal with, and Boss has already lost his
How
life
do you know
trying
that
to bring
song?
them to justice. Even though Spina de
You
Rosula has
Negro,
lost most of its former glory, Poisson has welcomed a new
No,
time
but you a
of peace,
Negro,
and we have been allowed to live out our lives. There is no need to follow your father's path.
Let's go. I got
We'll be
Mia
both
as my
wise
freaking
and in
smart
line
servant
with
now.
Boss's
She
wishes
gonna fight. She gonna be like,
to step back, give up on the case.
Now, why
Beat her,
can't
hoe.
you give up on the
That's
case, huh?
indeed what he
It's a bit
wished for?
sus.
Then he should have told me that himself.
You said
Was I
what?
not the closest person to him? And yet, I
Think
was
you
the
talk
one
to me
most
like Taylor?
kept in the dark.
Just get away with it?
What was the point of him dying without sharing any of the secrets he
No.
knew?
Taylor's playing
Managed
Genshin and
to
I'm playing
protect
Tower of Fantasy.
Anything in the end? Synth is still here. Callus the Unfaithful
You wanna hop
is
on
still
COD
his
when you get home,
epithet.
man?
And Spina di Rosula is barely
I'll hop on
getting
COD,
by.
man.
Nothing has changed. Did he think I'd just accept his meaningless
If I had
and
to
live
say,
out my
if I had a
life
Call of
just as
Duty skill,
meaninglessly?
it would
I've
just
never
be called
accepted that,
Gunsmith.
ever. Not since that day, and certainly
That's
not
literally
now.
what it'd be called.
I want
Because
to
reason
find
be,
out the real
that dude
answer
just gonna be
for
steady asking
everyone's
me,
sake.
"Oh, Jimmy,
For the missing
I need a bill
girls,
for this gun.
for the
Can you
victims,
give me one?"
and for
I'll give him like a
myself.
couple. I just be like, "What do you like? What do you want?" He's like, "I like to
This
run
is
and gun."
indeed the best
I said to
moment to
myself,
act.
"You already know
Your
that."
partner appears to be quite reliable, and more
And I was like,
importantly,
"Suppressor, no
I think you're
suppressor."
also ready to take this
He was
on.
like,
Maybe
"No
I missed it.
So
suppressor."
you do know something else, Malus.
So I gave him one. I
Yes,
gave
I
him,
do.
I think,
In
Jam
fact,
Jam
even before
and
that banquet,
Submar.
Boss already knew of the connection between Synth and the
Actually, I think I ended up changing Jam Jam around.
To the boiling point
So yeah,
was
it's just the thing is,
revelation that you,
anytime, if he
Demoiselle,
decides to use
being
any of the
selected as
class
the next
setups that I
target
gave him
to
against
disappear.
me,
What?
because I didn't give him all, so there's stuff that is better that I use.
Boss also
Like, I didn't
tell
give him
you
the one that I
he
used against you and him
had
on
been
Farm 18.
diagnosed with a rare illness.
I'm never giving him an
Doctors
M4
told
build.
him that he had no more than 5 years
He said he
left
needed
to
a
live.
Veil
And the
46.
serial
I gave him one
disappearances
that I like
case
came up
caused
with on the
him
spot
great
that's actually super
anxiety.
good.
5
I can tell
years
you, that's
was
my
nowhere
ability,
near
Pat.
enough time
I
to
feel
resolve
like
this
Pat's
long-standing
ability
conflict.
would be
But
called
once he passed away, all the
aimbot.
danger would
That's
pass
what
on
Pat's
to
skill
you.
would be called.
Knowing all of this, he decided to
Aimbot.
use one
Because that dude was
final
always trying to
intimidation
train his
tactic
guns to
before his
be
death. He
pinpoint.
claimed to have already gotten his
Mine's is called
hands on some
Gunsmith.
key
Taylor is called
incriminating
Clutch
evidence for
Machine.
the other side, and even told some members of Spina de Rosula
Like a
about
bit,
the
but
details.
okay, what would you say your
But
ability
as
is?
long
Because I'm
as
saying
you
mine's is
remain safe,
Gunsmith.
he would not share the evidence with the public.
Okay,
If
I'll
something
fuck
were
with
to
that one.
happen to
What would you say
then
yours
he
is,
and
Taylor?
all those
I'll
he
say
told
Clutch
would
Machine.
immediately
I'm just saying.
expose all they knew about Synth and the disappeared victims.
Right. So nobody would be able to get off scot-free.
Taylor said,
As
"Watch how
we've
you
seen,
talk before
Boss's
you call you it
tactic has
again."
worked. Even though
Wait,
Boss
what?
has been gone for a long time, the other side has not tried to take Demoiselle's life.
No, I don't believe it. He never appeared to look sick to me.
He said,
Father
"Shut up,
wants his
cotton
daughter to
pickers."
see them weak and happy,
What?
especially someone as proud as Boss. To him, dying in a duel and suffering lasting dishonor as the unfaithful.
I don't know. Taylor
Still
plays a lot
far
of games. He's real
preferable than losing
adaptable.
face
But
in front of
Taylor,
his
what would you say your skill is when it comes to COD? I said mine's is like Gunsmith.
So he
I really know
chose
how to build
to die
guns.
in
Pat
silence
says his is adaptability.
he could
What would you say
protect me.
yours is if you had to give yourself one? I wouldn't call you strategist though. I'll call you call out god or call out extraordinaire. That dude's mic just always works well.
I'm afraid you're not understanding this correctly, Demoiselle. What Boss wanted to hand to you was not a parasol.
Nigga, because you think it's time to go.
If
It's his
Boss's
time. As soon as he
spirit
sees the
could hear
light, they
you
just
telling
stop.
me that you want to find the answer for the sake of everyone involved,
You should have.
He'd be extremely proud.
That fool.
They would have just seen their child just get
given it
murked.
to me straight. No. He might have set up everything precisely because he never thought I'd be able to understand him. Is that the amount
I think it's time to go out on the road.
And what if I was never able to make it to where I am now? Yeah. I suppose that's true. With the way he'd set things up, if I had wanted, I could have just lived out my life without a care in the world.
In the road?
He rarely talked to me about complex matters.
Nah, that's hilarious.
And thus understood little of me as a person. In this case, he really didn't need to give me an easy way out. Malus, what was the key evidence that he shared with you?
It's the location where synth is produced. Essentially, it's the enemy's headquarters. When he was threatening the enemy, Boss didn't share the specifics of the incriminating evidence he found. But if you want to use it against the enemy...
Why? If we know where the place is, can't we just go storming in?
You mustn't forget that we're fighting against
the cars behind you just see that they could go up in the air and it just lands on one of their cars.
It's been in operation for decades.
Yeah, this mysterious organization.
There's no telling what might be lying in wait at their headquarters. We also have no idea what kind of evidence we may be able to find inside. But a single visit to their headquarters would be tantamount to a formal declaration of war. The worst case would be that we leave empty-handed, but also open ourselves up to full retaliation.
Then, in that case, why not work with the Fontaine Authority?
Well,
imagine the deer could just understand human language and just hears all this.
We have no idea just how thoroughly they may have been infiltrated.
Huh. That's true.
Because that's hilarious.
Seems my father really had no choice. But things are different now. It should be a lot easier to prove the other side's guilt, now that we've connected Synth with the disappearances case.
You sound like you put a lot of thought into this, Malus.
I am the butler, after all. I live but to serve the boss and Demoiselle's will. I've always been willing to take on any kind of risk for your sake. But considering my relative lack of ability, I've spent my time keeping secrets, performing basic investigations, and waiting for the right time to come.
Thank you for all of that, Malus. Have you discovered anything new in the past
because
few
that
years?
damn deer. Berries?
One conclusion I came to was that the enemy must be quite familiar.
That's still
with
hilarious to me to this point.
Or at least have an informant planted here. When I announced orders to the organization's members on Demoiselle's behalf, I used to deliberately keep a few people in the dark and observe the reactions of the synth vendors. If the vendors didn't change their plans, then the individuals informed of our orders must be innocent. If the vendors packed up and fled, however, then someone must have given them the news. After several rounds of testing and investigative tracing, I've narrowed the suspect list down to 3 people.
He like, I don't give a damn. He like, I'm not bitch. We're gonna see who will move. That's what he did. He played that one game that people play, where they just drive towards each other and whoever moves.
He was one of the people Boss trusted the most.
Exactly. He didn't even move. He didn't even care. He was like, I'm not scared.
Thanks to his
he called your bluff, Pat. Now you have to turn around and actually hit him. Because now he's trying to make you look like some bitch. Yeah, you gotta spin back because now he's making you seem like a bitch. Because he called your bluff and said, yeah, that nigga not about it. He's not gonna hit me.
Uncle Marcel.
Imagine he turned back after you said me personally and just hit that nigga. We just hear a deer go.
They were only reselling some daily goods, but now they're one of the richest guilds around with a lot of business connections.
Yo, Taylor, you're getting all this on stream?
Like a sister organization.
I mean, yeah, I'm not really paying attention, so I'm not hearing anything, but yeah.
Yes, you can say that. When we were fighting against the synth dealers, they provided us with plenty of support.
Just hear shots go off.
It's difficult to imagine someone using their own money to hunt down themselves.
The final suspect is Thierry, the man responsible for coordinating information between Spina di Rosula and the guards. Although the guards mostly leave us to our own devices, there are still many activities we have to report to the local authorities.
They're just chilling and everything. Next thing you know, they just see a car stop and just shots let off.
He could theoretically always plan one step ahead.
I see.
Yeah, you're a foul being for that
all
one.
People who I communicate with quite regularly. To think that the enemy we've been fighting against has been right next to me all along, among those I trust the most. It's almost too hard to believe.
If you want to investigate them, please
take
every precaution to not alert the quarry. Judging from our
Nah, see,
experience,
the thing with y'all is that y'all were acting Boco Loco over there.
And thank you, Malus. You've provided us with a lot of great information.
You're too kind, my lady. I'm just doing my... And before I forget, proving boss.
I was playing with Imaginable earlier, like on COD. It was just me and her.
After that incident, Jacques' wife and daughter were taken into the Spina's care. They still live in Poisson.
Say something.
If it might help, you could also pay them a visit. I can make the necessary arrangements.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Malus. You really are the best.
A new case awaits, my dear partner.
We're in heaven.
Work together to uncover the truth. And
Is it on like actual like messages or something like that? Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like iMessages shit.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Water.
Illusion shattered.
Hey. Do 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 do.
It is settled.
Let's see how far
Please
Justin.
excuse me,
Oh,
and
Fig
enjoy
wants to
your
talk.
Conversation at your leisure.
Thank you for arranging everything for us, Malus. Excuse me, miss.
Justin's combat strength is now 11,383. See, he can't catch up to me now. That dude is also so far behind in the story. That's another thing to let you know that this man was literally just doing all this to try to surpass me and all this other shit. Like, this man is level 31, has that high of a combat strength at that level. And that man is so far behind in the story. Like, that shit is so fucking crazy to me.
If it's about
so
that,
far behind.
There's no need to apologize. After my husband died,
Exactly. Is this what you were talking about on Instagram that you just sent me?
I understood your guilt and apology to be genuine.
But aren't all of those things nothing compared to the loss of Jacques?
I would. I have no type of pride.
Kind of pain
I don't have no
that
honor in
comes with
myself.
losing a father so needlessly. You don't understand.
I know, but think about the people that's just saying no to that.
Because I didn't know what I could possibly bring as a consolation gift. I know only the full truth could bring closure to you. And to all of us.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'll take both of them.
I appreciate the sentiment, but you don't have to carry all that
And then,
guilt.
I'll throw
In the
Taylor
matter
in there
regarding
just
your
for fun.
My daughter and I have more or less found our answer already.
Would you mind sharing it with me? I really can't believe that my father could ever bring himself to shoot Jacques.
I always knew that my husband's money was earned through
Don't even get me
others'
started on
suffering.
that.
He told me countless times that if he could turn back the clock, he would never go into the synth business again. He had many regrets, and felt
No,
that he took
Pat's
the
already
idea of
home. I'm not ready
providing
to
for his
play
family
COD.
too literally. For the longest time,
Someone
he thought
help!
Mora was everything. So when Mr. Callis came to him with a proposal, he accepted it almost immediately. He tried to be as careful as he could, but even so, he was still found out by the higher-ups.
They found out about his betrayal?
Papa didn't say that exactly, but Papa did tell me that I should never be ungrateful.
Before he left that day, he told me that he had no choice. It was only later that I realized it was his final farewell to the two of us. I don't know that for sure, but you could say that's the conclusion I eventually came to. Which is why I'm the one who should feel guilty. Callis had always taken great care of us, both when he was still alive and after he passed away. Even if he fired the shot that killed my husband, it was
Maybe you should have
likely in
just done it.
self-defense.
No.
It is impossible for
Maybe
me
you
to
should have
hate
just hit him.
for what he had
You
done.
should have just
But
done it.
Mama, why is Papa still the bad guy if he did the right thing? Papa always wanted to be a good man, so why did he have to do a bad thing in the end?
Well,
Come home,
aren't
parent
always as
section.
they seem.
What's that on the
You
let me
still
find
feel like your
everything.
papa was a good
Oh,
man,
nothing.
right?
Just a trophy.
Yeah.
Papa was a really good man. The best in the whole world.
And you should hold on to that. If a good man had to do a bad thing, then he must have had his reasons, regardless of whether he left you a parasol or a sword. He must have done so to give you a better life.
Oh.
Thank you for everything you've told me. I will definitely find the truth.
He was indeed not doing
The current
that.
state of things is not something I'm willing to just sit back and accept.
Thank you. I'm very grateful to hear this from you. Even though your personality is quite different from your father's, your determination when you speak is really similar.
You really think so? That's the first time anyone said that to me.
You want me to tell you something crazy, bro?
Are you okay, Navia?
I'm fine. Don't worry. Let's investigate the 3 suspects next.
Is that... Remember how you was talking about Drake and Babia?
Find Thierry and Uncle Marcel in the city.
This one dude said that he in a sense outed her.
So
he said,
please don't
is it
worry.
true that you had sex with Drake and that's why you're getting divorced with your husband? She was like, I don't want to comment on that.
I'm never wrong, nigga.
Yeah, with Drake. I'm not giving you anything else. After that, I was like, yo. And next thing you know, then she started doing like a bunch of other stuff. She started to talk about Lil Yachty on some like disrespectful stuff, saying, oh, he just made it awkward and I just didn't, he made me feel uncomfortable. Girl, you're always making shit uncomfortable.
Listen, bro, I know, like, no issue.
Because he unfollowed her. Drake unfollowed her, and then I think he deleted their interview. And I know it has to do with something with Lil Yachty because she was low-key got in an interview and low-key was dissing him.
Listen, I know my niggas, bro.
I know.
You want to repeat that, what he said to her?
Greetings, boss. How may I be of assistance today?
I'm sure you've heard about what happened at the Opera House. Someone
Hold
got turned
on.
into water right in front of us.
Yeah, I've heard. With something that dramatic,
Where's
I'm
the
sure journalists
closest
will
enemy
milk
real
it
quick?
for all it's
I know, I'll
worth.
hop on God.
And it'll be all the talk for the next several weeks.
It also reminded me. On the day
You
that
called,
the
you know, but you
incident
called
happened
it. You
with
called
my
it there. You called it there.
It was
I just
raining
didn't. I just didn't think
and we
like.
found some clothes left at the
How
scene.
should I say?
My
I didn't
partner
think
here
it would have
put the
just
dots
straight up
together
just
for me.
been after the interview.
like we should try to
But I mean,
reopen
you
his
called it. You was
case.
right. I was wrong. I was wrong.
Can you do me a favor and try to recall what happened that night?
For
Let
an
me
interview.
think. Mr. Callis was feeling pretty upbeat that day. So he was drinking and bantering away with us at the table. After that, he told us that he wanted to go get some fresh air. So we let him go without thinking much of it. Who knew that we would hear 2 gunshots ring out right after? My first reaction was that Mr. Callis's life was in danger.
At the end of it, though, she's a
So
terrible
I
person.
grabbed my holster and
So-
made a mad dash toward the scene. But when I got there, it was already too late.
Exactly.
Mr. Callis was standing over a
You
dead
did,
body with
because
a gun
crazy
in
thing
his
is,
hands.
before she did all those interviews
All
and
we
stuff
could
and
do
did all
was
that,
look back and
remember how I
forth at
told you
each
she was
other,
on TikTok for like
not
2
knowing what
years
to
doing
say.
stuff about being a good
So
mother,
you also
mother and
remembered 2
everything?
gunshots then.
And
Indeed.
you missed your child's first
The guard
birthday.
said that the first shot didn't hit
You
anyone.
had sex with Drake, so you
second
cheated on your
killed
man.
But I've
And now
never
you're getting
really
a
bought that
divorce.
explanation. Reason being,
Now
Mr.
Drake is
Callis had
unfollowing
left
you,
his
so
gun
you
on the
basically did
table.
that for
I even
one
made sure
night
to
of
confirm that
pleasure,
before running to the scene.
and that was it.
But according to the
And you missed your
guards,
kid's birthday. And here's
that
the
doesn't mean
thing:
he
when your
couldn't have
kids
had
grow
other
up,
guns on his
obviously
person.
they're gonna know about Drake.
About
But
the
I'm pretty
clothes
sure
left at the scene
they're
that you
not gonna
mentioned.
care enough about Drake to the
think there
fact
was
that
a
you
third
missed their
person there
birthday
who was
and
turned
then
into
cheated
water?
on their dad.
At least from our perspective, my father had no reason to kill.
I
So
hope
he
it was
would
worth
also
it.
have
That's
no
all I gotta
reason
say.
to bring
I
an
hope
extra
it
gun with
was.
him. The gun
That's
he
why
was
you're
holding
mad that this
probably
one
belonged
dude
to
basically
Jacques,
outed you, saying,
or a third
"Is
person
it
on the
true
scene.
that you did this and that?"
Yeah, that makes
And
a
you
lot
talk
of
about,
sense.
"Oh, I don't want to comment on that."
So you're saying
Like,
Mr. Callis
come
ended
on
up
now.
with the gun
And then
because he
you
seized
had
it
to
from
say
one of
stuff
the
about
other
Lil
guys?
Yachty, which you know is Drake's
But
friend.
hold on.
And now Drake basically got that
That's
interview,
what had
deleted it,
happened.
and unfollowed you.
Why didn't he
Now
share
you just
that
look
he didn't
silly.
even want to face the Oratrice machine and chose instead to prove his honor in a duel? Did he lose all faith in the courts? After seeing someone dissolve right in front of his eyes?
About that, Malus told me a thing or two.
I remember when she said in the interview, she was like,
understand
"Oh
why
yeah,
he
me and
committed to
Drake
the
are close friends," and he
I'll
was
tell you
like,
everything,
"Yeah,
once
but your
the
friendship
whole
ain't better
truth
than
has been revealed."
I understand.
She was like, "It is,"
Then
and
I'll leave
Lottie
Mr.
was like, "I
Callus's honor
doubt
in
it."
your hands, boss. And if I may just say one more thing, the whole Callus the Unfaithful epithet has been a thorn in my side since the day
I
it was
really do
invented.
like find that funny,
Many
and Lil Yachty
people
was
have
not
laughed
joking.
at me for
The
still
only
calling
reason
him Mr.
people
Callus.
looked at our interviews
Even after so
was the
many
other
years
people
have
in it.
passed,
She
but it
she
was
needs to
Mr.
remember
Callus's
is
trust
that
that allowed me to
when you're
rise through
doing
the
these
ranks of
interviews
Spina
with
di
these
Rosula
so high famous people, it's
and
like
live the life I
you gotta
lead
remember
today,
that
no
when
matter
people are
what
usually
others might
watching this,
say. He'll
maybe your
always be the man
family and
I
all this
respect
stuff
the
and
most.
the people that's been with
Don't
you are
worry.
probably watching it for
I
you.
will
But majority of the
definitely
people
find
that
the
you're
truth.
getting the views
You
from
and
is
all
watching
our
it for
other
either
comrades
Drake,
at the Spina
Yachty,
deserve
or
to know
any
the
other famous
truth as
people that
well.
you got up on there. Don't even try to fool yourself and say it's not. Because the only reason I watched that Drake interview because Drake was in it. The only reason I watched Yachty's interview because Yachty was in it. I did not watch it for you. And then this one girl, I was looking at the TikTok talk about, oh yeah, Drake's a simp. And next thing you know, one dude was like, old Drake or new Drake? She was like, both. And he was like, I think you just need a hug from